Yo, everybody, what is good? It's me, Chimney Flow, and I'm back here with another banger. What is today's video gonna be about? It's gonna be about this little red mushrooms you find in the forest. A lot of people like to call them fly agaric mushrooms or Amanita Muscaria. Let me set my camera up real quick. And yeah, they're basically supposed to be these hypnotic sedating mushrooms that affect your GABA receptors. If you don't know what that is, you basically your GABA receptors are it's a part of your brain that's responsible for keeping you calm. And a lot of anti-anxiety medications, like these big names such as Xanax, you'll hear they affect the same systems. So, it's pretty intriguing to hear that there's something like that has psychedelic effects and it calms down your brain instead of putting your brain into overdrive like some of these other psychedelics. So I have done the Amanita Muscaria only a handful of times, and I can say to everyone that eating the straight up mushrooms I highly advise against. There's something in the mushrooms called ibotenic acid, and that's supposed to it's supposed to grow tumors in your brain actually. So yeah, pretty nasty stuff that stuff is. I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it all using the straight up mushrooms, like the caps of the stems. I don't recommend those at all. But as far as buying the extract, it's not the worst thing you could do to yourself, probably. But everyone's got to try it just to see how it affects the cells. Nobody can really tell you how it's going to affect you. But yeah, so let's get into it. So, so a little bit about these. Like I said, there's some sedative hypnotic mushrooms. Uh, it was pretty interesting. I remember first time I ever took those, I was literally walking in circles, like literally just walking around in circles in the room, just like just I was just so out of it. I was so out of it, and I was so like it was like something was in my brain making me just walk in circles and walk in circles. It felt so good to walk in circles, and like I literally could not get out of like walking out of in circles. I was literally just walking in a fucking circle for like 5 minutes straight, and I could not break myself to get out of that circle because I was so messed up. You feel me? I was so faded off of that. But it's really interesting stuff because it like kind of takes over your mind a little bit. Some people say it's a delirium. I don't think so at all. I don't think it's anything like that. I think it's like a high. It's almost like if alcohol and weed became psychedelic and like had a baby or something. That's what that kind of feels like. And I know there's also another method of consumption. You could smoke the dried mushrooms. I also highly advise against this because those mushrooms in particular absorb a lot of cadmium, which, if a lot of you don't know, it's a heavy metal that is in a lot of our foods already, but it's super concentrated in the Amanita muscaria mushroom. So, you know, smoking the straight up stuff, I can confirm it does get you faded. It does get you faded. It does do something. So, yeah, if you want to smoke the caps, I highly advise against it. But everyone does their own thing anyways. So yeah, it's an option. And yeah, it's pretty nice to be honest with you. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, it's like alcohol and weed had a little baby, and made it into some psychedelic thing. I didn't really get much patterns off of it like you would with a normal psychedelic. It was more of a headspace change where I was thinking of things differently, almost like a deja vu type state where I was all like constantly throughout the whole trip I was thinking of just like things that have happened but they never really happened. It was just all thoughts in my head, just like daydreams. It brings out a lot of daydreams. But yeah, I like that stuff. I really do like that stuff. I do think that if you have mental issues, then it might not be the best thing. Just as all the other psychedelics and drugs, it'll probably make it worse. To be honest with you, but yeah, I could definitely attest. It's really good for sleep. It's really good for sleep and staying asleep. It's good for anxiety in low doses, like microdosing. You can microdose, and it's really good for anxiety and stress in low doses for sure. Higher doses, so for this stuff, it's not the same as the magic mushrooms. The dosing goes from what I could tell. 5 grams is like a light dose. Then 10 grams, it's a little heavier. You start like actually feeling something. And 15, 20, that's when you like get completely obliterated. I've never done a big dose like 15 to 20 grams, but I have taken 10 grams of this stuff. And I can confirm that this stuff is really good. Uh, it basically feels like you're drunk with psychedelic effects because you don't really care about what's going on, you don't really care, you're not really tripping about how high you are, you're just kind of chilling, you feel me, you're sitting there enjoying yourself, so like it's like alcohol, you feel me, it's like a psychedelic alcohol. So yeah, I don't really recommend that stuff. I really don't recommend it. But on the legal high rating, I might have to give that a 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. Because y'all can literally order this stuff online. Again, I don't suggest, but y'all can literally order it online just from a simple search of where to buy Amanita Muscaria online. I would highly recommend you guys buy extracts because, like I said, a lot of those are poorly, and a tested one, because a lot of those are poorly extracted or they're poorly kept, so they don't really know what's in any of these mushrooms. They don't really know what's going into their, how much of the bad stuff is going into the extract and how much of the good stuff is. Like I said, the ibotenic acid is supposed to be the really bad stuff of the mushroom. It could give you cancer and stuff in your brain. But there's the muscimol, which is the primary thing of it, and that stuff is supposed to be the psychedelic acting. It's kind of like a dissociative. So I don't really know how to describe it. It's like nothing I've ever tried before and nothing you could really think of, or there's nothing to really compare it to at all. It's kind of its own little thing, but on the legal high rating, I'm going to give it a fair 10 out of 10 because it does actually get you faded. It will get you more faded than a lot of other things that are illegal to buy. So, yeah, everybody, that's going to be the Amanita Muscaria. I know this might not be the most informative video because I don't really have that much information on it, but I just wanted to tell y'all a little bit about it and just share my own personal experience. So yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed watching this video, and I haven't been coming out with videos these last few days, but I'm gonna try to get back on that, you feel me? I just need ideas on what to make videos on, to be honest with y'all. But yeah, I'm going to keep it pushing. I'm going to keep making videos. I'm going to keep educating people just on these legal ways you could get feeling good. You feel me? So other than that, I hope everyone's having a wonderful day, wonderful night, whatever part of the world you're from. I hope you're having a wonderful time. If you feel me, you had a good time watching this video. It was nice learning with you, for real, and talking with y'all. So yeah, everybody, I wish you a wonderful night. Wish you a wonderful day. Chimney flow out.